Good morning, students. How are you all? Students, let's start our chapter number 2 of physics, motion. Okay, so students, in this chapter, we will learn the definition of motion, identifying the objects in motion and which are at rest. We will describe the different types of motion with examples, definition of uniform and non-uniform motion with examples. Okay, concept of speed, calculating average speed of objects based on data provided, define weight. Okay, relate weight of an object with its mass. So students, let's come to our chapter. First topic, rest and motion. Okay, students, if we look around us, we see many objects that are moving and many are considered as to be rest. So students, a body is said to be at rest if it does not change its position with respect to a fixed point in its surroundings. Okay, what is that called? A body is said to be at rest if it does not change its position with respect to its surroundings. Like if a ball lying on the table, it will not change its position until it is not disturbed. Okay, a bench fixed under a tree is at rest position as there is no change in the position of the bench with respect to what? Water, tree and other stationary objects. Therefore, we can say that when the position of a body with respect to its surroundings does not change with the time, the body is said to be at rest. So, students, underline this point. Okay, underline this definition. Similarly, we find many things that are moving from one place to another. Flying bird, moving bus, boy playing with football, oscillating pendulum of a wall clock, moving train, sailing ship, walking men. There are many examples of motion. So, a moving object keeps on changing its position continuously with time. What? With respect to fixed position point in its surrounding. Students, when a moving car changes its position with respect to a tree or a lamp post by the side of the road, we can say that the car is moving. Car is at motion. Similarly, a flying bird is also said to be in motion as it changes its position with respect to the fixed objects such as what? Trees. So, now underline this point that when the position of a body with respect to its surroundings changes with time, the body is said to be in motion. Okay. Now some other examples are given here in your book, students, of rest and motion. Let's see. Suppose we are sitting on a platform. Okay. And looking at a tree nearby, we say that the tree is at rest position. Why? Because the tree does not change its position with respect to us. But when we see the train passing out of the station, we can say that the train is in motion. Why? Because it is continuously what doing? Changing its position with respect to us. Now, what about the passenger sitting in train or in a bus? For the passenger sitting inside the moving bus, the driver of the bus is at rest because he does not appear to change his position with the respect to the passenger. On the other hand, the objects outside the bus, okay, appear to be in motion since they appear to change its position relative to the passenger sitting in the bus. Okay, students. So, how are rest and motion relative? Listen, students. An object can be in motion relative to one set of objects, while at rest relative to some other set of objects. Thus, rest and motion are relative terms. This can be understood by the following examples. Listen about first example. Suppose we are sitting in a room. Okay, you are at rest in relation to all stationary objects which are inside the room. Is it right? Okay, but the room, or we can say your home on this earth, and the earth itself is not at rest, means the earth is revolving around the sun. Okay, thus we can say that we are also revolving with the earth around the sun. Okay, hence, what is the relation? Hence, in relation to the sun, you are in what? Motion. Now, second, in figure 2.1, students, I will show you this figure here. This is one figure. This figure number 2.1. What the writer is saying, just have a look here. In figures 2.1, a bus is in motion with respect to a boy sitting on a bench outside the bus, but the trees around him appear to be at rest. But to a boy who is sitting inside the bus, the trees and the boy who is sitting outside the bus will appear to move in opposite direction, and the roof of the bus and the driver of the bus will appear to be at rest. Okay, students. And for the passengers in a moving train, okay, the passengers who are in a moving train, the other train who is moving with the same speed in the same direction appear to be at rest, while the train moving in the opposite direction appears to be in motion. That means, what is the conclusion about all these examples? We conclude that an object while in motion with respect to the set of objects can appear at the same time in the state of what? Rest, with the respect to some other sets of objects. Okay, it is the observer and the surroundings that decide whether the object is at rest or it is in motion. So, students, there are some here, one activity given here. You should see this activity. List 10 objects each which you observe around yourself in the state of rest and in the state of motion. Students, try to do this yourself. Now, come to the different types of motion. What are the different types of motions are there? Students, different objects have different types of motions. For example, a train moving straight, okay, along its track, a fan rotates, the earth revolves around the sun. Okay, there can be many more such examples. According to the motion is divided into these following types. What are they? First of all, translatory motion, rotatory motion, circular motion, oscillatory motion, vibratory motion, periodic motion, and seventh, non-periodic motion. So, students, about these motions we will talk in the next video. Till then, thank you.